Beautiful aft double doors. This is part of the Bonanza right here. Nice and solid. Easily opens up. 36-inch wide. Plenty of room. You got a nice sturdy step down here. You can see how easily I made it into here. I didn't have to climb over anything, over on any seats. Real easy to pop in. Four seats, club configuration up here. You got your pilot, co-pilot seat up front. Another nice thing, so you got plenty of headroom, a lot of leg room. These seats right here are the highest quality, and that's what this comes out here. So if your passengers want to have maybe a nice little lunch or do some reading, not a problem. You got 4 cups for 4 passengers. Attention to detail, 4 lights as well. This folds in real easily. Over here you got your plug-ins for each passenger. Over here's a couple. And for the rear passengers, it's all the way in the back, so when the wires, they're not hanging over your passengers. They're all the way tucked in the back. Yeah. So they're not hanging over your body, if you will. One nice addition that was made to the Bonanza is this right here. This was done, I believe, in 06 or 07, so you got a little extra headroom right here.
Armrest there.
Just a little more attention to detail.
And there's a center armrest.
That's correct, center armrest. Yep, center armrest right here comes out. Thanks for pointing that out. So you have a little division there between your passenger.
Great.
I'm going to close this up right here.
Yep.
All right, I mean, Bonanza is known for having a great amount of structural integrity, and where that starts is really right here. It has 8 rows of rivets. Most aircraft have 4. It also has twice the amount of frames and stringers going through the aircraft. So it's on average about 20% stronger than most aircraft. What that means is you can it's rated to the utility category at max gross weight.
4.4.
That's right, and you can also put the gear down.
Explain what that is. 4.4 max gear rate.
G's. 4.4 G's. That's correct. Right here. Everything else is metal. This is just to give it a little bit of sway in the tail. Coming here on the leading edge, we use flush riveting. Could have used round heads, but Beech is all about attention to detail, so we use flush riveting right here. These corrugations are for structural integrity. Now if you come back here, what I like is for someone to lift this elevator for me. How does that feel?
Heavy.
Heavy, okay. Well, heavy translates into stability, and stability translates into safety. A very safe aircraft, extremely stable. This rudder right here, oversized rudder really. So really what you can do is able to pinpoint your landings right on the spot wherever you want it. This antenna right here is a blade type antenna. Most aircraft will have, like on Cessnas, they'll just have 2 wires here sticking out for your VORs. This is a more expensive kind of design. Everything on this aircraft is top-notch, highest quality. Again, over here coming, this is a piano hinge coming up through a whole bottom right here. More expensive design. You got 2 trim actuators right here. So each one is independent of each other. If one was to fail, the other one would still work. Use a castellated nut. Coming back around, this aircraft is a very well lit aircraft. Lights in the back, all over, on the bottom. The paint that's used on this aircraft, there's 2 layers of coating, urethane paint and a polyamide coating as well. So that's very good paint quality, won't chip away easily at all. Coming back around here is where the air enters. Now what's neat about this is it's a very quiet cabin as well. Part of the reason is the air enters into here, circulates 180 degrees, and then will actually, it'll circulate in the cabin and then will exit right here. So all the circulation and entering as it takes place in the back. So a very quiet cabin. What else is neat is here in the communication 1 and communication 2. One's on the top, one's on the bottom. The reason for that is in case you have a bird strike, it doesn't take out both your antennas. So that's why you have one on top, one on the bottom. Static port right here. You got another one on the other side, so 2. So what else is also, this is a Fowler type flap, just like in the King Air series. This is really a smaller aircraft, but built like a big airplane, really, if you will. Very much like the King Air series. Now coming back here, you have a very large aileron, would you agree? Much larger than most aircraft. Now the benefit to this is it gives you great controllability at high speeds and also at low speeds. And a lot of folks would be like, well, I buy an airplane, I like to go fast, why do I care if it's controlled at low airspeeds? But low speeds are important because when are you slow? 2 critical phases of flight, takeoff and landing. So you'll see today just how well this aircraft controls itself at slow airspeeds. Now coming back here, if we sort of crouch down, you'll just see what a clean design this whole wing is. Everything tucks in, nothing hangs out. It's all very smooth, flush, and helps in the speed of this aircraft. A lot of folks don't know is this aircraft was actually originally designed in 1947. It's the longest running production aircraft in the history of aviation. Walter Beech designed the aircraft originally. He was an avid race car driver and also an aeronautical engineer. So he tried to create this aircraft really as fast as possible, but still maintaining a large cabin and all the qualities that make a Bonanza. Over the years, since it has been around so long, there's been thousands of improvements made to this aircraft. So what you see today is really a work over 60 plus years. So it's the pinnacle of a single engine piston aircraft. Now, we talked about the attention to detail. I think this says it all for the Bonanza. Right here, you see how your navigation lights, strobe lights are all inside. A lot of aircraft sort of leave it hanging out. Here you got this blade right here. What this is it's a shield against the strobe lights. So when you're flying at night, especially in the clouds, it doesn't blind you. Here as well, you'll see one little hole right here. So this is so that you can see that your nav lights are on. Over here you have your vortex generator. Now what this is, some people ask me what is this for. I told them this is where the mechanics put their beer, but not really. What this does is it energizes the airflow. So another reason this aircraft has very good low speed characteristics, in addition to a very large solid wing, large ailerons, is this vortex generator, it energizes the airflow going over the wing. So at slow airspeeds, they'll take that slow airflow, energize it, so you have more controllability over the ailerons. And you'll see that today, especially when we do slow flight, and we'll also do a power on stall. You'll see we'll be in the stall, and you'll still have full aileron control capability.
Great.
And this aircraft is very spin resistant. Some aircraft want to spin, this aircraft doesn't. You really got to force it into a spin, which is good to have. Here you got your pitot tube. Now, if you look at this wing, this wing is key. You go down here to the bottom, notice how it starts to taper. Now this tapering is really what gives the Bonanza its handling characteristics. It's a very expensive type of design. Not every type of aircraft has it, but this wing is the same type of wing as you'll find on a King Air aircraft as well. King Air 90, 200, and 350 as well. But the wing is what gives the aircraft its great handling characteristics that you'll see today. Very stable aircraft, but also at the same time extremely responsive, which is what you want as a pilot. Now, one of my favorite aspects of this aircraft is the landing gear. Now, it's a very solid, robust landing gear. What a lot of folks don't know is this landing gear is the same type of landing gear that's on the Baron, which is an aircraft that's 50% heavier. The fuel cap, open it up right here. You see, it's very solid. It's all metal. It's not some Mickey Mouse plastic like you find on many other aircraft.
Right. Another
I'm just gonna
altitude assignment.
get this.
So we got the IO 550C engine here, 300 horsepower plus actually, and it's a special edition, what it means it's been fine-tuned. The engine is balanced from 16 grams to 4 grams, so the result is a much smoother. Oil cooler. You got your mag on here, everything's good there. You got your fuel flow transducer. Here's your spiders that bring in your fuel to your cylinders. You got your alternator number 2 here. Alternator number 1 is up front, and one reason they put the alternator number 2 back here is in case you have a bird strike, it doesn't take out both your alternators. And here you have your compressor for the air conditioning.
Oh, it's got
Nose is, notice how the landing gear is all the way up front. So what's nice about this is in case you're on an unapproved strip and you have maybe a little bit of a pothole, your wheel will go in first and it's not your prop. On many Piper products, the wheel is more back, so you run the risk of getting a prop strike more. Another nice aspect here, you got your landing light here, but your taxi light is in here, triple foam. So hear that, and then you come here. That's the foam. That's inside. So nice and
slick,
nice and insulated.
Got it.
I come up here, really easy to get on board. One thing, if you notice, this whole airplane doesn't shake like crazy. Sort of like on a Cirrus, you step on it, the whole thing wobbles. Just a very sturdy aircraft. The wing right here, you can step right here. So a lot of folks are like, oh, I don't want to hurt the flap. I'm like, don't worry about it. It's a Beechcraft. You're not going to break it. Open up the door. Opens real nice. Get your entrance here for your pilot and co-pilot or passenger as well.